John 13:27. Et post pocellam, tunc introivit illum Satanas, et dicit ei Iesus, quod facis, fac citius. Now after the morsel, then Satan entered into him. Jesus said to him, What you do it more quickly, or do it quickly. First we have post pocellam, post plus accusative. This is identical in sense to the Greek meta plus accusative to express time after, and this is actually represented in the underlying Greek. Then we have a complementary tunc, and introivit is a perfect tense, a third person singular, and its subject is Satanas. Now I've assumed this vowel to be long, and this one to be long as well, and this middle one to be short, but in reality, for these first two, we really don't know. While we know that this last one must be long because the underlying Greek declension demands that it be long, these first two we really don't know because it's not a native word to Greek, nor is it to Latin, but is borrowed from Hebrew, and it's suspected that phonemic vowel length fell out of Hebrew long before the New Testament came around. So when we have these texts in the 1st century, we really don't know what the vowel length was when they were borrowed into these languages. So we kind of have to fill in the blanks. But we do know that this last one must be long. And then we have this prepositional phrase, in illum, accusative of motion toward, in case the meaning of the verb was not clear enough, into this one, that is Judas. And then we have dicit ei Iesus. Now, interestingly, we have a word omitted from translation here. If we wanted to fill in the meaning of that word into the Latin, either of these Latin words would do nicely. We do notably have one Latin manuscript that reads et dicit ei Iesus, which also captures the meaning perfectly fine. And then we have the direct quotation that phrase introduces, quod facis, fac citius. What, or that which, you do, or are doing. Present tense, second person singular. Then we have this imperative, fac, and then this comparative adverb, citius, more quickly. This is a little different from what you know from English translations. That said, it is a choice based off of the underlying Greek, tachyon, which is a comparative adverb itself. So why then in English do we say, do it quickly? The most honest answer would be because that's how the King James translators translated it, and most English translators after followed suit. That said, I think the KJV translators did so not without cause. I think that do it quickly follows normative English syntax a little better than do it more quickly or do it quicker. Although it loses some of the underlying meaning, I do think it captures a good Anglicism.